All right guys, how you going today? So they always say the poor man pays twice. So let's just go through a couple of things so you're not that poor man that I am, because I've always managed to pay twice when I buy stuff. So let's learn from my mistakes, and yeah, you can take some valuable information out of this today and then put it into your caravan or your caravan build before you're going to travel around Australia, or just use it as a weekend warrior or whatever you see fit. Anyway, let's jump into this. Today we are going to be going through some boss gear and how I disconnect, all that good jazz for keeping the van safe when you're disconnecting, and some little things you may not think about when you're either A, building your caravan, or B, you've already built it and you're thinking about upgrading some products. Just going to run you through a couple of things that might make your life a bit easier and possibly a bit cheaper for you when you do your build. Do you want boss gear? And I was like, yeah, thought it was a bit too pricey at the time, inexperienced, I guess. I was like, no, I'm sure the standard legs will be fine, all that jazz. And then, yes, where the day I collected the Lotus, the day I collected the last van, I was like trying to use that manual, those jacks that come with it. Actually, yeah, there's one over here on our friend's van. They still haven't upgraded, but hey, I think they want to upgrade after this weekend. So coming down, looking at this, I had one of those ones on it, and yeah, I almost like threw my shoulder out just trying to put it on the back of the Ram for the first time. Then went home, taking it off at home was a prick, and I think we went away in it once. No, that day actually, putting it on the Ram, that day I actually ordered one through the dealership, and then yeah, we took the van away once, and then yeah, by the time we got back, they had it there waiting for us, which thank God, because yeah, I hated that other one, the manual one. It was just, I don't know, yeah, it's not good when you got a heavy ball weight, put it that way. But yeah, I think anything over a box trailer, you should definitely, or even some box trailers, you should definitely have these boss ones. This is just easy. And yeah, it's worked many times now for us, whether it's been like Notch Point, we had mad ground, we're on the side of a hill, yeah, beaches. This position here ain't too bad, but the rear of it's on a bit of a hill, so it's good that we've got the larger legs, because back there, yeah, we need those larger legs, not the standard ones. And then yeah, up the Cape was a different story. Like, we got towed out of there. So what happened there was, we didn't have the wheel, because we didn't know you could get a wheel even. Like, yeah, we weren't really informed about the boss gear back then. But yeah, you can get a wheel, which I'll pull out in a second and show you. It's a dual wheel, it goes on the front, so yeah, you can maneuver it around, everything like that. Or if you're getting towed, you don't have to do what we did, which I'll chuck a clip in. We had to use the flat foot. So this foot just here, we had to use that bad boy on the tilt tray, and it went up and down the tilt tray like 5 times by the time they picked it up at Seisha, drove to the Jardine, then they dropped the trailer with the Ram, went across, dropped the van, came back, picked up the trailer, dropped the trailer, and then they picked up the Caravan, and then to get it into the caravan park at Weeper, they had to do the same thing. So they dropped everything off, brought the van in. So yeah, I think it was like 4 or 5 times this boss jockey wheel, I guess, yeah, the jockey wheel with the flat foot attachment, not this exact one, but the one on our last van, got dragged up and down the tilt tray. And in saying that, like, you can imagine, like, you've got, say you got a 400 kilo ball weight, you dragging it up a tilt tray, once it gets to that angle, which once again I'll chuck it in, you'll see the angle the van was on, that sheer force that would be on the front would magnify that 400 kilos like massively. I don't know if it would have been like a ton of pressure, I don't know if it would have been overloaded, I don't know. All I know is it still worked. Like, it was still perfect, it didn't bend, it didn't snap, it didn't do anything. We told Boss about it, and they actually were nice enough to send us out some new gears and that, even though it didn't need it. Oh, actually no, yes, it broke one thing. This little plastic thing here, which isn't plastic now on this one, but the old model, it was plastic there, so they've done some upgrades. And yeah, it just sheared one of these rivets off, because the angle pressure sheared that rivet off, and then that was hanging down. Still worked fine, everything like that. So yeah, that was definitely like, that was our lifesaver, because there's no way in hell one of those ones that's on the front of that van over there would have held up to that sheer force and weight. And we were already up shit creek without a paddle, with the fact that the ram was broken, and this was the only tow company that would come to us. So like, it was that scenario that if we couldn't get the van on there, we were, excuse my French, but we were so yeah. But yeah, in the long run, hey, it got us up, it got us down, it got us back to Weeper. It's actually still running now. The exact same boss leg is on that van as far as I know, because the guy that bought it off me runs it. So yeah. Anyway, well, let's jump into this. I'll show you how ours works, a couple of things about it, like greasing, all that kind of stuff, and yeah, how I do unhooking. I'm not going to bore you too much with the Pacifics or anything like that. I'm just going to show you yeah, what we do, how I run things. I do some things a little bit different to other people, but just what I do. I will start off with, sorry if I sound a bit phlegmy or sick or anything like that. We've been at the muster / radio, so it's been a bit cold and everything, so who knows if I've picked up something. We'll start off with yeah, these bad boys. So we carried them now. They're the wheels that go on the bottom. After being towed up on that tilt tray, I carry them now because, yeah, once again, like, it's not recommended to drag these things along the ground. It definitely doesn't, I reckon it would void warranty and all that good stuff, because they're not designed to do that. But yeah, it just, I guess we were unlucky enough / lucky enough to test out the product to its full potential. Yeah, with this, so it's drill activated. So that's backwards. One thing with this, with a lot of people don't know, is set up your clutch. I think they have in their manual, it says something about like 16 or something like that. Hey, at the end of the day, every drill is going to be different. Well, I think every drill is going to be different. I might be wrong, but yeah, every drill might be different. So you just like chuck it in reverse, and you see, yeah, look, this is a hammer one, so it's going to hit the hammer, and sweet as. If you've got a clutch actuator, if you've got whatever it is, just make sure, because if not, you're going to reverse it. And I'll see if I can make it do it just to show you, like it just froze it, like it whips your wrist around. We actually didn't know that with our first one, and I don't know how many times I hit my wrist. I think Alana even did once or twice, which nearly steered us in the direction of getting one of those electric ones. But when I looked into those electric ones and I thought about what happened to us at the Cape, I was like, nah, because that thing's got like, oh yeah, anyway, I didn't think that one looked strong enough to cop the abuse of, yeah, if you ever get towed, or if anything ever goes wrong. And as well, yeah, many other little things, but hey, we're not here to talk about that one. So yeah, we'll go up. Oh, one quick thing too, never use an impact, only use a normal drill, and set your clutch. And as well, read the manufacturer's stuff. Like, I'm sure there's a couple of things I'm forgetting. I'm not here to tell you everything about them or anything like that. I'm just here to show you how I do things. I'm going to undo all my cables. So camera, lights, DC to DC and DC to DC, because we run multiple. Some people ask me why I didn't do one cable with that. Actually, I'll talk about that in a different video. If you want to know about that type of stuff, jump over to one of our electrical videos. I'll run through all that on there. Then chains and safety. So I personally, pretty much every time, we'll do that. I'll drop my passenger side shackle, which is my driver's side chain, because you cross them over. I'll get that bad boy out of the way. And then I leave one chain and my safety, just in case my handbrake fails or my chocks don't, I don't know, just in case. This is a fail safe. Like, it's better to be safer, and take, I don't even think it adds time, probably doesn't, because I've got to undo them, whether I undo them before or after, I'm still undoing them. So yeah, that's just how I do things. I've got 2 chocks under my wheels, because someone else borrowed my other one. I usually got 4. Yeah, I undo that, and I'll make sure, because I'm bad for this, I'm really bad for not putting my handbrake on. So yeah, anyway, my handbrake's on, which is good. Yeah, so I leave one chain on and I leave my safety on. So then that way, if anything does start rolling, moving, anything bad happens, we're gonna brake safe and we're gonna be good. So we'll go up. So yeah, there's a bit of pressure on that. I don't know if it's the car or the van, so there's probably gonna be a little bit of movement. Yeah, there we go, we had a little bit of movement. And other than that, we're safe. So I will undo this now. Yeah, if you ever do this, just make sure you don't go too high because your chain loops around your hitch when they're crossed over. So you don't want to put undue pressure in, yeah, on the bottom of your hitch or in those types of ways. I'll just move the car forwards because I need to bring this back down. Alrighty, car's been moved. I'm old fashioned. I use a spirit level on the front. I don't trust those little ones because I bought 2 of them once and then I put them on the same bit of steel and they were both completely different. So I do have a new product. Well, not me, but I've got a new product from Enerdrive I'm going to be chucking in here. Well, it's actually through Simon, but anyway, I bought it for Enerdrive. That's going to be going in the next week or two, so that will be in the full power system rundown. That is going to be sick. It's going to be a little bit of a changer when it comes to doing this type of stuff. But anyway, I use a level. That's about it. I always go a little bit nose high just because I'd rather have blood not running to my head, if you know what I mean. Yeah, so that's pretty much it when it comes to me and the front of our Caravan. Other than that, I do use this bad boy from Boss, little cover, keep all the dust and bad stuff out of there. And then I've got a drifter one, so I'm going to chuck my lock in there, which I've got to get out of the car. But then this one goes over the front. Sorry, I'm being lazy, but yeah. So this one goes over the front and actually goes over the Boss, and then 2 straps. Yeah, boom. That's what's actually getting caught on the chain. So yeah, I'll take that back off just because I'm going to chuck the lock on there. Yeah, that's how we do the front end. Yeah, don't do what I did. Don't be me and then buy the first one, then have to buy the second one. I think I've done that with most things. Done it with suspension, done it with canopies, even did it with the Boss gear. I wish I bought it just straight off the mark. Tried to save a few dollars on my Caravan build and then I regretted it. Anyway, I'll grab the camera and let's go check out these legs. So, if you can hear those footsteps, that's just Lenny running around. But yeah, so let's talk about these quickly. They are 1800 kilo rated. So yes, you can lift your van off the ground. You can change your wheels. You can do all that good stuff. I think they are mint. Stainless steel shaft as the leg, foot. You can also add the extension pieces on here, which actually I didn't mention about the front. You get extension pieces there. You would have noticed I'm running 2. So yeah, I carry 4 or 5 of them. Five, yeah. So I've got 1 extension if I need for every leg, as well as an extension for the front. It's just safer than having like blocks of timber or those plastic ones or just things that can break like these spacers. Here, I'll grab them. Here, I grabbed all my spares. So yeah, the jack also comes with that. So if you leave it on like I do when you're in motion driving, you put that on to stop it from ever failing and coming down, which I don't think it's going to. You also get a manual handle, but this is what I'm talking about. So this bad boy here, solid stainless steel shaft. Yeah, you can chuck it on there if you need to. You just pull that pin out, it goes on there. It gives you 100 mil of extension per one. So I think that's awesome, just because yeah, a full 100 mil without blocks of timber or bits of plastic or things that can easily break, warp, they're just unsafe. They can slide depending on the ground you're on. Some people use rocks, and rocks aren't like, yeah, you get a rounded edge. Like it's better to be safe, and these don't even cost that much. So if you got this, let's buy a couple of these. yeah, it's simple. And buy a second one of these just in case you ever lose it. All right, going back to the leg. I run with it pointing this way. Some people run with it that way because they're afraid of it falling down. So they think if this falls down when they're driving and it stops like that speed humps or something. I don't know, I'm not really worried about that. Like the mechanism that's in this is solid. If I was really worried about that, I'd just put a strap, like a safety strap or something. Because if you have it all the way out there, that then really plays with your departure angle. Well, let's make sure, yeah, you can't really see it. So let's go there. Like, yeah, look at that. This massively plays with your departure angle. Like it's not a crazy amount, but that there over a slope is quite a lot, especially because of how far out it goes. So just for my safety, for being off-road and everything like that, which is what we predominantly do, I have it this way. So I should have put the camera out far enough, but I wanted you to be able to see everything. So yeah, I put it this way just due to that factor. If I ever really get worried, I'll put a strap on it or do something like that. I think it's more dangerous to have it the other way because yeah, hangs out further for starters, so you can reverse into things, and it really plays with the departure angle. So, and there's been even some service stations just because of the wheelbase, some servos where we've nearly hit. So yeah, anyway, setting these bad boys up, you got straight legged, and you got 45. I use the 45 quite a bit. I don't know, I believe like straight legged, you get a bit more sway. So if you do 45, you get less, I believe. Anyway, I think you still get kind of roughly the same side sway, but I reckon you get less movement though when you're walking around the van. In this case, just because we're a bit higher, I'll probably go this way just because I don't know how good it will go, how like lengthwise, because you got to go pretty far. So yeah, it's just the same. Use the drill, reverse, winds up, and once again it goes, if you set your clutch. So we've just taken up the weight there and there. You would have seen that the van actually just went up probably nearly an inch. So yeah, she took a bit of weight. With doing that, they've got a special way for lifting. If you want to lift it off, you got to do it in 50mm increments, so 2 inches. So 2 inches here, go to the other corner, 2 inches, work your way around in a circular motion. And yeah, I haven't done it, so I'm not going to really comment too much on it. I guess if I was going to do it though, I'd want to ask my chassis manufacturer if they're okay with it. Just because that's what it's connected to. So just make sure with them first. Other than that, I reckon it's an awesome idea. I don't carry a jack though for this. I carry a jack for the car, and then yeah, if I ever wanted to, I'd use the legs to change my wheel. I'd just do that. Yeah, right. Lenny's in there playing around, chucking his toys by the sounds of it. But yeah, so that's pretty much it when it comes to our Boss leg. You can get spare pieces for these. They are greasable on the back here. You've got a couple of grease nibbles, same with the front one. I grease them up at least once a month. Today, what I just wanted to mainly get across with this is buy it right first. Like I said, with the first van, went with the standard stuff. Everyone goes, they're a standard inclusion, like they're free. You're still paying for it. If you go to your manufacturer and say, I want Boss legs or a Boss Jockey or whatever it is, they don't just add, well, they can't just add the full price on because they've got to give you a refund for the standard stuff that comes with it for starters. So yeah, you get a refund of, even if it's $50 per leg or whatever it is, say 50, like even if it's $250, it's still you saving money and getting the proper product versus you spending the $250 on the standard stuff, then it breaking or whatever the scenario is, and then you need the Boss gear. But yeah, I don't know what else to say about it other than I love it. I wish I bought it the first time, and we run it on all our gear now, and I'll probably run it on every Caravan we ever have. But yeah, that's about it, I guess. I'll run around now and do my other 3 legs, and then we are gonna go down the beach and see if we can get some crays, which should be cool. Everyone else is already down there with the pots, walking out in the reef, because apparently you can just walk out in the reef here and get them. There are a couple of deep holes, so I might take, I've got my weddy and everything in, so I might even jump in and see what we can find. But yes. Anyway guys, I hope this helped you out. I like my videos to be a little bit informative. I'm not just here to push products because I'm getting paid to. Like, I don't get paid nothing. The only way we make money is by you watching this. And as well, we are just starting up Patreon. So yeah, if you want to support us that little bit more, I guess, jump across to our Patreon page. The link will be in the description of this video, and we'll also have it on our social media pages. That's the only way we make money, because we don't get any money for any products. We don't get money through the Caravan. We don't get money for any of those people, which I like to point out, just because we've had some people saying some stuff lately. We get nothing. So yeah, the only money is you watching this, you liking this, you subscribing to our YouTube, and if you'd like to, which we'd love it if you could, jumping across to our Patreon and signing up to that, which gives you all the exclusive stuff that Patreon, that we've put in the 4 different tiers on Patreon. So yeah, if you do that, that would be awesome. Thank you so much if you already have, or if you'd even consider it. But yes, like I said, I know I'm waffling now, but I only like to do informative, practical videos, so you actually get something out of it. There's no point in me doing a video like, oh, look at me, look at me. I don't care for that. Anyway guys, I hope you liked it. I'll see you soon. I just chuck a couple of squirts in there. But yeah, but at the end of the day, I guess I thought I'd bring this up because, like I said, when I first bought my van, like my first van, I got all the standard stuff, and you pay for that.